Are you tired of being broke, hungry, but you don't even have that McDonald's money? Today we're breaking down every advantage you can bring into your cafe, the best current way to manage and set up your shop, as well as the best ways to make fonts with owner selection. Welcome back, it's Josh. Let's get into it.
As for setting your cafe up in shop management, once you have every cafe bought, you're gonna look a little bit something like this. You're gonna have 5 different slots for the different cafes that you own, 2 characters per location, and you're gonna have all of the different inventory unlocked. Now, the main thing we're gonna be doing here is we're gonna be focusing in on 3 beverages and 2 desserts for multiple reasons. Now, a lot of the beverages and dessert combinations, they are at the end of the items that unlock, so they have, by default, some of the highest fonts gained per hour out of all of the different things that you can unlock down here. What you're going to want to do is pick 3 beverages and 2 desserts. If you have some that are hot for that day, hot for that week, select those as well. You're just looking for the 5 highest in combination of 3 beverages and 2 desserts. Now, why are we doing 3 beverages and 2 desserts? Well, we just got access to Shinku here, and Shinku's life skill increases the dish prices for every beverage tag. The level 3 life skill gives you a 0.3 fonts for every 3 beverage tags on dishes, but the level 5 life skill is what really puts this together here, giving you a 3% increase for every 3 beverage tags on dishes. Now, we can only have a grand total of 5 things selected, so you're gonna be able to activate that 1 time. Now, why do we have the 2 desserts here? Well, on top of the desserts having a couple of very high priced things, Lacrimosa herself will give you a percentage bonus to your prices for every 2 desserts tags that you have on the dishes that you're selecting. And so we'll be able to get an additional 1.5% from having Lacrimosa at the level awakening skill for the 5 here. And she'll also give another 1% for her first life skill. So a grand total of 2.5% from Lacrimosa. And then you're also going to have Shinku that is going to give you that 3% on top of the straight up 0.6 for every 3 beverage tags as well. Now, because we are using 3 of a kind here, you can also go ahead and activate Sakiri, get her life skill up to level 5, and this is going to give you 0.3 additional fonts for your dish, your dish prices, excuse me, for every 3 identical tags, and this is going to stack on her level 1 life skill, which is 0.12 fonts. So this is going to give you an additional 0.42 fonts for having 3 beverages. It doesn't need to be beverage for Sakiri, but she does fit into this beverage scenario that we are indeed doing. Another very important life skill in character to be using here, because we are using beverages, is going to be Aurelia. Now, Aurelia is going to increase your traffic by 1.5% at her level 5 life skill and 1% at her level 2 life skill for every 2 beverage tags. So she works supremely well with Lacrimosa, and this is going to increase traffic, which then gives you bonus fonts because, well, everyone really likes your location. Now, what about the rest of the characters? Those are the main 4 that we're utilizing here. For the rest of your characters, just aim for characters that increase one of 2 things. The big one is going to be big traffic increases, which there are a fair amount of those. So you can see it on Skia here. Daffodil has traffic increases, King has traffic increases, Cheese has traffic increases, and, well, Edgar, our boy, also has traffic increases as well. For the rest of the remaining characters in there, you can just fit in a couple of characters at your discretion that give you just decent fonts per dish gained. If you don't have all of these characters, you know, something like throwing in Mint with max life skill is going to give you 0.12 and then an additional 0.18 for an additional 0.3 total fonts per dish that you're serving here. This is going to give you a very whopping amount of fonts per hour. As you can see, we're up to 2,662 fonts an hour. Now, that doesn't seem like a crazy amount of fonts per hour, but if you calculate it, well, 2,662 fonts per hour in 24 hours, that's going to give you, well, 63 fonts per day. So you're going to be getting around 447 fonts a week, and that's going to give you 1,788,000 on average fonts a month for having something like this set up there, which is a substantial amount of fonts per month to be adding to your account. Now, the characters aren't the only things you want to set up. You probably already have this done, but also make sure that you're looking at raising up the popularity of your 5 different locations. Now, each of these locations has a soft cap to each specific location that you need to hit. They start very low and they go a bit high. So like the first location, Bluebeard here has like a popularity soft cap of like 150, whereas the final 2 locations have a popularity soft cap about around 750. So you're not going to need to have the most expensive decorations and tables and chairs in every single location. Just go for the soft caps for each of these areas, 150, 500, 750, and you'll be able to get a nice decent amount of bonus Fons per hour from your cafe setup. And another quick little tip, if you have access to Hattori and you're trying to hit that popularity soft cap of 750 on the cheap for these last 2 locations because they are the most expensive ones, well, you can also utilize the exclusive customer service reward, which you will get from, I think, level 6 friendship on Hattori. And this is going to give you, I do believe, 300 popularity all on its own. Now, there are some other ways you can go about setting your cafe up. The old way was to select a bunch of main dishes, but if you have access to Shinku, this is the best way to set your cafe up beverage style, focused on her as of right now in Neverness to Everness. But that's not the only way that you can gain access to big Fons in NTE. Owner selection also has quite a few ways to quickly spend your stamina each week. If you're just not wanting to spend it on anything else, there are tons of ways, even as a new player, for you to get a fantastic amount of Fons and spend that stamina super quickly. But one of the easiest ways to make Fons fast and just dump that city stamina is going to be inside of owner selection. Now, we have a couple of things for us to go over, and one of the easiest ones that anyone can do is going to be new product practice 1. This is 1-1. It's the second level you unlock, and you don't really need any specific support employees here, although there are 2 very important life skills you can pick up to make this as efficient as possible. Mint is a free character we all gain access to, and her life skill at level 3 is going to give you tips, which each combo up to 5 times per combo, and then Aurelia can help you hit those points faster because she makes them leave additional tips upon departure. Any other third character you can put in here is fine, but just these 2 will suffice. You could use someone like Daffodil for higher priced dishes, but honestly, it's just these 2. What we're going to be doing is hitting the target revenue as quickly as possible and then leaving. Now, this one has the most intensity of what you need to do and focus because you are going to have to make a couple of different things, but the plus side here is you only really need to make about 3 things to finish this up. As you can see, we're getting 45 points of our revenue towards finishing this goal, and so we'll just need to make 3 things for 3 different people, and you'll be able to hit that target revenue, click up in the top left, hit the complete button, and turn that city stamina into Fons quite easily. So to dump like 700 stamina, this is taking us like 30 seconds. You can be able to do this twice a minute quite easily, and you'll have all of your stamina drained, all of that free Fons gained as fast as possible. But like I said, this one is going to take a little bit more focus than the other ones today. Now, another one here is going to be 1-0 Goal Coffee Master, and this is going to be, well, even simpler than the one we just went over, but you do need to have 1 person here for this one to be, well, worth the while over the previous one. And this is going to be Adler. Adler is going to have the life skill of allowing coffee to be automatically prepared for you. We're still going to be using Mint. We're still going to be using Aurelia here. And this is just, well, how much coffee do you want to make before you quit out? So you go into the open shop here. We're going to open it up. Adler is always going to have the coffee made for us in the bottom right. That's one less thing for us to click. We just click on whatever it is. They want the cold brew or the hot brew. We'll make a few of these for us. And you don't have to really focus on a whole lot, right? We're only on the coffee on the right-hand side. The coffee is automatically being prepared for us. Very easy to run this setup while you're watching something on Netflix, while you're watching something on Twitch, your favorite streamer. Maybe it's me. Put it down below. We haven't done it yet, but it's very easy. Make a few things, hit that 210 out of 200, click top right, and you're gonna be challenge successful, challenge complete, turning that Fons into your pocket very fast, very successful, turning that 12 energy into 12,000 Fons and having to focus even less than before. Now, yet another very powerful owner selection, and this one's going to be a little bit slower than the other ones, but also has the least amount of things you need to pay attention to. So once again, we are going to be using Mint and Aurelia here. You can choose to use Buy King as want if you have him, because, well, your customer is going to lose less patience if you hit them with hammers. Combos will persist, but you don't technically even need this man in here, because this is going to be Danzaruburu's big raid. We're going to be using Mint and Aurelia, and, well, everyone in here is going to be a Danzaruburu, which means you don't really have to focus on making anything. This one's going to take a little bit longer than the other ones, about 40 seconds on average, but all you need to do is spam the hammer in the left side of the screen over and over and over and over, and simply because everything that shows up on this level is a Danzaruburu, we're not having to make anything at all inside of this owner selection. The downside of this one is it does take a little bit more in real life time for you to get through with it. As you can see, the revenue is a little bit higher we need to hit to pass this stage. You have to hit 1,500, but honestly, it only takes you about 40 seconds to clean this one up. You can hit the top right, top left, hit the quid out, turn that nice city stamina into Fons for you, and Danzaruburu's big raid is going to be very nice for basically anyone who wants to AFK Fons into their pockets every day. Now, speaking of Danzaruburu's big raid, we did have that open slot for a support employee, and if you have access to Security, well, Security will automatically drive away the Danzaruburu for you, and just like that, you'll be able to actually AFK Danzaruburu's big raid if you have access to Security. If you also happen to have both of these 5 stars, you can utilize Buy King's life skill that allows you to, well, basically bonk everyone with hammers without having them lose patience, or most importantly, lose your perfect combo, and combine Buy King's ability with Nonali's ability as well, which gives you bonus Fons for the event inside of the actual cafe experience, additional points, so you can just spam the bonk with these two and then pair both of them together with, well, the character we've used the most so far in this showcase, Mint's life skill that increases the bonus points you receive for each successful combo. And those 3 together can allow you to basically beat every mission in the game just by spamming the bonk. And currently my favorite way to farm Fons inside of that cafe is with Lacrimosa's 3rd life skill, which is allowing you to form a new dish called the Special Tomato Juice, which is simply just a glass of tomato juice. And my favorite place to do this is inside of 1-1, because 1-1 only requires you to hit about 100 points, and if you pair Lacrimosa with Daffodil as well, Daffodil's special owner selection ability makes the customers more likely to choose the highest priced dishes, meaning that you're basically able to go into 1-1 and make 2 tomato juices, hit the 100 point required threshold, and then quit out for those nice precious Fons. So you'll be able to burn right through that city stamina energy and gain all of that Fons within literally 10-15 minutes at most. And it's this speed and, well, ease of use where you're basically just making 2 of the same thing over and over that makes this my favorite current way to burn my city stamina at the end of the week if I haven't used it on anything else. Let me know what you guys think. There's some old ones in here, but a couple new ones as well. Helped you out. Make sure you leave a like, drop a comment down there, subscribe for more stuff, and I'll catch you guys, God bless, in the next one.